GD. Okay, and we have started our session on talking about what exactly GD is. So you have the basic idea why GD is conducted. Why GD is conducted? Let's recap few things which I have already discussed with you. Why GD is conducted? Okay. I am asking why GD is conducted. I am not asking why GD. What is the meaning of GD? Think of it. Yes, exactly right. Wonderful. So GD is conducted to eliminate the candidates. Whatever process happens in placement training and placement drive, not training, placement drive till GD, all the processes are for elimination. So you have to put yourself into the phase of employer and then cross check yourself that if you would be in the phase of employer, what you will do? You will minimize your time. Why you want to minimize your time? You want to save your time, you want to save the cost also. That's what you will do. You will conduct certain processes through which you can filter the candidate easily. Am I right? So what is the first process of elimination? That is your CGPA. So the company will come and they will ask that okay, only these candidates who are having 7.5, 6.5, how much percentage they are having, they are eligible for the placement. Like top 20, top 20 we are not going to talk about. It's okay, but some of you must be reaching to that level where you can be placed in top 20 companies, but they do not come to this place. It's okay. Someday or the other, they may come, and you guys still have a chance to apply to those companies of campus. So that is their first and foremost criteria to identify the candidates with CGPA, and that has to be above 9. I'm talking about the big giants, 9.5, 9.8. They do take candidates who are having 9. Okay. There are top 100 companies who do prefer only the BTech graduates, 7.5 plus. That at least you should have. You would be eligible for placement in Superset if you have got 6.5 or 7.5. I don't know exact what is their criteria, but it will make you eligible for the placement. So first criteria is over. The second criteria would be aptitude test, where they will conduct aptitude tests, they will conduct coding test also. Am I right? Some of the institutions or companies, they started conducting some specific kind of aptitude tests which are related with games. They will make you play certain games at different levels, the block games and all. With that they will identify your analytical skills. Capgemini has been doing it, some other companies has also done. So you have to be completely aware of what is happening in your surrounding, what exactly the process that these companies are applying. You need to be aware about that. Now moving towards the group discussion. Group discussion is also a process of elimination. Why we are talking about GD here? If you may have been in fourth semester, we have given different definition also. But now you are in final semester and you guys are looking for your placement opportunities. So here, if a company is coming to conduct a GD, their main intention is to eliminate and filter the candidate. Clear? So if their intention is to eliminate the candidate, what would be your intention? I want to be in the list of selected candidate. I don't want to be in the list of eliminated candidates. So I have to apply certain strategies, certain tricks, certain tips to be in the list of eliminated candidates. That's what I'm going to talk about. I'll take 10-15 minutes and I'll discuss about what are the what are the tactics, what it is, tips and tactics, okay, and strategies to participate in GD so that you make sure that you will be in the list of selected candidate. Okay. So first you need to understand that it is a process of elimination. So come what may, I have to be in the list of selected candidates. So obviously it will be a cutthroat competition. Your friends will be there, but they will also have to be in that list of selected candidates. They will also participate. And each one of you do not think that okay, all of us will go in the same group, we'll do a wonderful GD, you speak first, you speak second. We will do certain planning before and we can get it done. All of the group member will be selected. It's not like that. The moment you do it, they will identify this. So these are people who are well already reached to that level of comfortness. So the moment they identify it, they would understand these people are not adaptable because they have already done the planning, and the way they have been doing the GD right now, it shows their plan. So if we will be move them to the different group, they won't be able to. So that's why do not do that. It is your selection. You have to put up your effort. You have to showcase lots of things in a GD, not only your communication skills. There are lots of things. Now guys, I give you a different kind of strategies to participate in a GD. When it is a matter of cutthroat competition, you have to make sure that you have to be in the list of selected candidates. So you will have to apply certain strategies. What could be those strategies? I left my marker. It's there. Have I kept it here or not? Can anyone help me out with that? Wait. It would be there. It would be there. Got it. Should work also. So, in that case, what you have to do, you have to come up with strategies. So, what I have done, I have designed action plan. If some of you remember in your fourth semester, I have talked about this. You may have forgotten. That is okay. I have talked about this. Plan A, Plan B. What are these plans? Your strategies to get into the list of selected candidate. There can be multiple plans. Why these plans are there? Can you guess, guys, why I'm talking about plans here? Because we are talking about strategies. Strategies can be sorted out with plans only, no? Multiple plans. Why multiple plans you should be ready with? When plan A is ready and you came up with only one plan, and the moment the GD started, you could see that my plan is not working right now. So do I have other plans? Yes, I do have other plans. So my plan, when my plan A does not work, I should be ready with plan B. If my plan B does not work, I should be ready with C. If I have, even though I have applied my plan A and that worked, I should also implement some other plans which I have prepared for. What could be the plan A? As simple as that, plan A talks about that at any cost I have to be in the list of selected candidates. So what I'll do? The moment the GD starts, I have to make sure that I should be the introducer of the GD. I should be the first speaker. Why I should be the first speaker? The moment I become the first speaker, I will grab the attention of the moderator. That this person has the skill of taking the leadership, coming up front. But all the time this plan will not work. When you do not have the content ready with you, you won't be able to. But my strategy is completely different. You should always be ready with your plan A. That is, you should be always ready with that plan of being an introducer or the first speaker of a GD. Why first speaker of the GD? Because the moment you become the first speaker, you get the privilege of introducing the topic also. When you become the second speaker, you won't be able to introduce again and again the topic. Am I right? But the moment you become the first speaker, you have the privilege of introducing the topic in front of others. You have the privilege of introducing some introducer sentences like good morning everyone, we all are gathered here to discuss on this particular topic. So you have spoken this small introduction. Good morning everyone. We all are gathered here to discuss on this particular topic. As far as my opinion is concerned, then you start talking about your points which you may have thought of speaking. Understood my point? You can come up with some introducers. You can have multiple introducers for yourself. Not only good morning everyone. Good morning everyone you can talk about. Okay, starting with good morning everyone. We all are gathered here to discuss on this topic. Then introducing a wonderful quote related with that. Those quotes you have to practice, memorize at least 5, 6. And then the moment you get the topic, you have to identify which quote I am going to use here. It can be multiple also. The moment you use it, what you do? You take time. 20 seconds, 30 seconds you are taking before talking about the topic. So you are grabbing the attention there. So that's why you have to be the first speaker. At any cost. My plan A is to become the first speaker. At any cost. Why? I will get the privilege of introducing the topic. I will get the privilege of adding one quote also. And then talking about my opinions. Okay? Got it guys? And first and foremost thing which I didn't tell you, I may have told you earlier also. Before going for the GD, you should have one sheet of paper in your pocket. They may not allow you to have your file, your copies, notebooks and all. But at least you should have one sheet of paper. Because the moment you are going to give your GD, interview, you will be in complete formal. You will be wearing blazer also. So you can take one pen should be here, and then one small sheet of paper. Why it is required? The moment the topic is given, you can note down the bullet points related with the topic, whatever comes to your mind. Okay, let's complete this. Then there are other small techniques that I'll talk about. Plan A is applying the plan A is that I have to be the first speaker. So suppose 10 people are discussing or 8 people are discussing on the same time. Each one of you have got the same plan. So, but in that case, the plan A will work for only one person. Please fill the first row, then only go to the next back. Okay, please. Hello dear. Cannot escape. So what I was talking about plan A. Like suppose you all 8 people have thought of applying your plan A. So obviously only one person will be able to do that. So what you will think in that case when you could not apply plan A? You may feel bad that okay, I could not start. No, my plan B is ready with me. If I could not apply my plan A, my plan B is ready with me. The plan A talks about, okay, I could not be the first speaker. Now I have to grab the chance to become the second speaker. How I can get that chance? Obviously, the person who started first, after certain interval of time, that person will look to the group members that who can be the second speaker. Obviously, the person after certain time will be about to take the pause. So you have to identify that pause. How you are going to do that? You have to be very attentive when the first speaker is speaking. The moment the person goes into the stage of manipulation, it means the person is going to lack with certain sentences, certain words, certain points. So you have to find out that particular gap which is going to happen or which is about to happen. The moment the person eyes rolls here and there, that is the perfect time to pitch in. Do not wait for the pause. When the person is just about to take the pause, interrupt. And for that interruption, you have to be very attentive. You do not think about your points. Just listen very attentively what the person is speaking and how the person is speaking. The moment the person is just about to take the pause, grab that point. This is what the second plan A would be. I could not execute my plan A. I was just about to, somebody else could do it. Because all of them will be ready with their plan, no? So it's okay if I could not be the first speaker, I will be the second speaker by identifying the pause. So the moment the person is about to take the pause, I will interrupt. And how you are going to do that? You have to be very attentive. You have to watch into the eyes of that person. The moment the person eyes rolls here and there, and means the person, obviously, if you would be the first speaker, if your plan A work, you are not going to talk all the points in the first go. You will also stop now. You have introduced the topic, you have addressed the audience, you have talked about 2 points, then you are not going to talk about all the points in the first go. You will also take certain time. Other plans for you will be also ready. That I should stop now. The moment you won't just stop, okay guys, you speak. That is not going to happen. The person who could not apply plan A, the person is also ready with the plan B. That okay, that gap I have to identify and then I have to execute. How you are going to do that? I am repeating again and again, guys. Please make sure this particular thing nobody is going to tell you. This is the thing which I have established. I have done research and I came up with this plan. Okay. So got the second plan. Second plan is the second speaker. Similarly, the action plan C is also the same. So when you could not apply your plan A here, so the plan B became your first plan. Am I right? So if I became the second speaker, I don't need to address the topic. You just need to start, interrupt, and then okay, you would like to put up my points. I'm very much agreeing with your points, whatever you have said, whatever he has said or she has spoken. You have to be a little bit more assertive at that point, not aggressive, assertive. And how you are going to do that? Being very positive into that. That assertiveness should come up with some positive sentences. How that would be? I'm very much agreeing with your point, whatever you said. I do have a different opinion. As far as my opinion is concerned, then talk about your point. Interruption should be proper. It should not be arrogant. It should be assertive and the positive. You should showcase that you are the part of the GD. You are completely involved. You are respecting others also. Sometimes people raise their fingers. I am not agreeing with you. These kind of statements should be avoided. Only, okay, I am very much agreeing with your point. Hand gestures. I am very much agreeing with the point, whatever he said or she said. I do have a different opinion, and as far as my opinion is concerned, so you have to maintain that tone for at least 10-15 seconds, the higher tone. Then only you will be heard. Otherwise, no one is going to be listening to you. You have to start with the high tone in positive way, assertive way. The moment you started with high tone, after 10-15 seconds, you can take the tone down, and then the moment you realize, okay, now each person in the group is listening to me, now I have to continue. Got it? So your plan B is also much more similar to the plan A, isn't it? You became the second speaker. You have to grab the attention of the audience and talking about your points. There also you will not come up with all the points. You will only speak 2-3 points, because the next other plans you have to execute. That's why the multiple jumble of plans are there here. If I could not become the first speaker, I could not become the second speaker, it doesn't mean my chances are gone. Till fourth speaker, at any cost I have to execute. After that, if I am not able to speak after fourth speaker also, my chances are over. Not entirely, but over. So I have to apply all these plans. Plan C would be also almost similar. And for execution, you have to apply the same principle. The moment the person goes into the stage of manipulation, rolling his or her eyes, identify that gap, pitch in there. Fast, with your solid tone. Plan C. Similar. Now guys, I have executed my plan A. Obviously, I became the first speaker, I have grabbed the attention. My job is done? No. I have to make sure that in this particular GD, I have to speak at least 3 times. Minimum 3 times I have to speak. It doesn't mean that I became the first speaker, I should be always speaking. No. Minimum 3 times, or not more than 5 times. That you also have to make sure. If you keep on speaking, it means you are not allowing others to speak. That is not the case also. Minimum 3, maximum 5 times. Maximum. When you could see all the people are not talking, then you can speak. But for that also I have some different plan. Okay, I became the first speaker, I have executed my plan A. So my plan A is done. So I am ready with my plan B. My plan B is, again after 3 speakers, I will interrupt with the same execution, with the same strategy. Again I have to identify the gap and pitch in again. Again after 2 speakers, I will execute my plan C. So if I have executed my plan A and that worked, my other plans are to speak after 2-3 speakers with the same strategy. Okay, plan B, C, D. Understood about this? All these concept, guys? Because that is why plans are required, because you know that is the process of elimination. If you won't speak, you will not be selected. You will be out of the picture. So you have to execute, you have to come up with the plan. That's why I came up with this theory of executing the plan. I became the second speaker. For the second speaker also I will follow. My plan B became plan A. Now from my B plan would be, again after 2 speaker, 3 speaker I will interrupt. Clear about this? There will be cutthroat competition. You have to do it. When you go with the strategy, you will be able to execute. If you do not go with the strategy, you do believe that okay, I'll be able to speak because I do have good communication skills. No, it's not like that. Frankly speaking, they need to see your communication first part. That may be, but that doesn't matter a lot. They want to see that how you are assertive. Are you a leader also? How they are going to identify that you are a good leader? When you are assertive person. You are putting up your points firmly and taking consideration of the entire group also. Suppose guys, you have executed your plan, you have spoken three times, 4 times, 3 times minimum. Okay, 2-3 times. Now you could identify still there are few people who could not execute their plan A also. They are not coming up. There may be multiple reasons. They are not coming up and speaking up. In that case, what you would do? Tell me. What you would do in that case? Will let them not speak, or what you will? How you will showcase that you have a good team leadership skills also, good teamwork skills also. You can ask them. All of other people are speaking, still 2-3 people are not speaking. Then you can interrupt and say, guys, I think we have been speaking and we have speaking lots of points, and all these points are really very interesting, and what should I say? Any positive words. We'll interrupt the other few people who have been speaking with you by citing their examples also, their sayings also, like okay, we have been discussing a lot and all these points are really worthy. Okay, now let's have their opinion. They have not spoken yet. Okay, they have not spoken yet. Let's have their opinion, guys. So the moment you do that, you showcase your team leadership skills. And do not wait for long. Do not wait for long. If you may have given them chance, and some of the people would not speak because they are still stuck, they are not able to speak, they are hesitant, whatever may be the reason. You showcase your good leadership and teamwork skills when you have told the entire group, okay, let's listen to them, guys. They grab that opportunity or not, it doesn't matter to you. You have showcased your one of these skills, leadership skills and teamwork skills. If they speak, it's good. If they don't, do not wait more than 10 seconds. That is again your chance to speak. 10-15 seconds. Let them say, yes, what are your opinions, guys? Okay, let me share one more point. Taking a gap for 5-10 seconds, if they have not grabbed it, again come up with the point. One more point. I would like to cite your example, the point which you have shared, which she has shared, and then adding your points, your statement also. That is okay. Now the last part, conclusion. What do you mean by conclusion in a GD? Most of the people get confused that if a GD is there, it has got two sides, for and against. But it's not like that. Is it so? Do you have the similar kind of opinion that in a GD there should be always two sides? Yes or no, guys? Tell me, I'm asking. There should be two sides? Yes or no? No. Because GD is to discuss. There can be multiple opinion, multiple sides also. That's what you need to discuss. If it has got two sides on one side, it will not be the topic of discussion now. Am I right? Got this? So what happens, sometimes people get confused and they think that I have spoken for, so I should stick to my point. And I'll be speaking only for. No, it's not like that. GD is to discuss. After some time, you also, the moment he spoke something, and I could find out, okay, this point is also valid, and we have never thought of this point. Then you can also add to your point. I have said so, but I am very much agreeing with this point also. This is very important point of discussion. After listening from some others' points, you have generated one more perspective, or you have got one more perspective. Then you have to discuss. You do not think that you have started with for, you have to stick with that. It's not like that in a GD. That is debate, where you have to stick to your points. Means site. Okay. Got my point? Clear? Conclusion. When one person is supposed to tell you about the conclusion, then what you have to do? Moderator will say after certain time that, okay, please conclude. Conclude this GD. Tell me, guys, what you have to talk about in conclusion? Exactly. Do not include any new points at that time of conclusion. Do not come up with the verdict that we have discussed and we have decided this thing, this is like that. Do not speak like that. If it happens, it will not remain as a topic of discussion. Think of it. We are discussing, why? Because this is still a topic of discussion, where people are allowed to come up with their own opinion. Okay, so at the time of conclusion, what you have to do, I would like to conclude from here onwards that we have discussed on this topic. He has spoken about this topic, she has spoken about this topic, and I have also spoken about this topic, I have spoken this point. Cite 3-4 points which have already been discussed in the topic. Do not include new points. Only talk about the points which you have already discussed. So I would like to conclude from here onwards. This is how it is. That's it. Close. Do not include your point there. The moment you include the new point, others will again interrupt. It is said when one person has concluded properly, nobody should interrupt again. Conclusion is conclusion. And there should be only one conclusion. So the moment you do conclude, make sure that you have concluded well. If you may have not concluded well, then it may provoke other people to come up again with the new other points. If you have taken their consideration, you have taken their examples, they may feel good about that and they won't interrupt again. If you speak something new, or you speak about the verdict, people will tend to interrupt, which is not a good practice. Okay, you should also note, if somebody has not concluded well, then you can. I would like to conclude because the point which just now he has shared or she has shared, it's not the same. Or do not speak like this. You can say that I would also like to conclude. If you could see the person has not concluded well, then interrupt. Otherwise, if the person has included most of the points, 3-4 points which have been discussed in the GD, please do not interrupt. The moment you could identify the person has not given the justice to the conclusion, then only interrupt and conclude. Okay, done. So done guys, more 5 minutes I'll take. I'll talk about 2-3 techniques. Okay, the one is one more is this is there, mind mapping is there. DF, God, these are the two things. Mind mapping, I think you already know. Mind mapping connects with all these 2 points only. Okay, why mind mapping is important in this phenomenon? Mind mapping, in mind mapping, what you do? You connect the dots. The moment you build up your points on the white sheet of paper or blank sheet of paper, you write bullet points. While writing bullet points, what you have been doing? You have been finding out the dots. Mind mapping talks about connecting all those dots, given it and trying to frame it in a proper way and then execute. What is DER? Any discussion, you get the topic. For that topic, you have to find out certain relevant data, okay, certain relevant examples, certain relevant facts. That's what DER, data, example and facts. You should not nag around. You should come up with data, example and facts. The GOT technique is considered as finding out the dots, means gathering informations. Okay, those informations which you have gathered, that those are supposed to be organized. That O stands for gathering information, organizing it, and then deliver. D is for deliver. You have to deliver the content. You may have thought of multiple points, gathered all those informations together, organizing it all together, and then delivery. Clear guys? Done. Close it.